Hi everyone and welcome to a Theme Park Worldwide news update. Now, as I mentioned just a few days ago, there's been so many different announcements in the theme park industry. Everything from new rides and attractions that were announced at the D23 Expo for all the different Disney parks around the world, to new roller coasters that are going to be opening at various different theme parks in 2025. There's so much going on in the industry at the moment, lots to talk about, and I'm going to be covering all these different announcements in various different news updates over the next couple of weeks. But the next one that I wanted to talk about was a brand new roller coaster that's going to be coming to Disney's Hollywood Studios at Walt Disney World in Florida, and that is the Monsters Inc. coaster, of course based on Pixar's Monsters Inc. Straight away, just wanted to say how happy I am that they've picked Monsters Inc. to be brought into Hollywood Studios. I think that is going to be fantastic. We're big Monsters Inc. fans, Charlotte probably even more than me, but I still absolutely love it. It's an animated classic from Pixar, isn't it? And the fact they're actually going to build this roller coaster is very exciting. Not just the coaster though, they're actually going to create a new themed area, but more about that later in the video. Now, this announcement came from D23, which is that huge Disney Parks Expo that happens every couple of years in Anaheim, California. I've already spoke about two of the different announcements, so check out them videos in our theme park news playlist here on the channel if you haven't already. But this one came as a real surprise, because with any big announcements, there's always rumours and speculation, but with this, no one had really heard about any rumours about this happening. It came completely out of nowhere, the fact that building a Monsters Inc. area, including a roller coaster at Hollywood Studios. I think it's a great fit for this as well, because of the studio theme. It's an animated classic, it'll fit in really well, but also because the park really needs some more capacity. Hollywood Studios is one of the best theme parks in the world. It's got so many fantastic rides, or as Disney fans say, e-ticket rides. Going back to the old ticketing system, like an e-ticket is basically a major attraction, and Hollywood Studios is packed full of them, but what it really needs is some more capacity. So it's good to see that Disney know that and want to expand with a new roller coaster. Now with this, it's actually going to be the first suspended roller coaster to be built in a Disney park. So out of the 12 Disney parks around the world, all 6 resorts, they haven't actually got a suspended roller coaster. So that's quite a big deal for Disney park fans. Who's it going to be built by? I mean, if you look at this concept art just here that was revealed at D23 by Josh D'Amaro, like as you can see just here, it looks fantastic. And the coaster itself there looks like it could be a Vekoma family suspended coaster. That wouldn't come as a surprise, especially as Disney have worked with Vekoma on so many different projects, lots of different coasters, and of course they do work with other manufacturers as well, but Vekoma have always been there for Disney. They've always kind of supported each other with projects, coming up with new and innovative things, and yeah, this looks like it's going to be one of their coasters, so that looks very interesting, and I'll come more onto the ride system on what it's going to do in just a moment. But yeah, let's just analyse that piece of concept art. I mean, it looks fantastic there, doesn't it? Now you can see like all the doors in the background, you can see the train itself, of course we got Mike and Sully just there as well, but yeah, this has been rumoured like a number of years ago. I remember like 7-8 years ago hearing rumblings online that they were going to build a Monsters Inc. coaster in a different location of the park, you know, and no one really knew much about it. And then it all kind of died off. So it's interesting how this long rumoured attraction is finally happening, and at a time when no one really thought this was going to happen anymore. There was no speculation or rumours of this being announced at this year's D23. So it really did take us by surprise with this one. Now, let's just move away from the coaster for a second and talk about the land itself. Monstropolis is going to be coming to Hollywood Studios, and this looks like it's going to be a really nice land. You've got the factory that they're going to build, all these different facades. Looks like there's going to be just the one ride, which will be the roller coaster, but it wouldn't surprise me. Could we see Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor move from Magic Kingdom to Hollywood Studios to complement this new area, and that free up more space in Tomorrowland at Magic Kingdom? Certainly wouldn't surprise me if that happens with this project. Now, there is something that I did want to mention, and that is, where is this going to be built? Because they actually released 2 different concept images of Monstropolis. And the first one that you can see just here, beautiful piece of concept art, but then when you start looking into it, that does look a lot like Grand Avenue, which is the area where you've also got the Muppets Courtyard and the Muppet Vision attraction, which is much loved by many people. It is a great attraction, Muppets. Always make sure I do it when we head out to Walt Disney World. So a lot of people thinking, oh, is this going to be a removal of the Muppets? And then we're going to see this coaster built somewhere there. And then other people, and this is more the side that I'm on, think it's going to be this piece of concept art, because that original piece was signed by the artist at the bottom as 2020. Makes me think that was an older piece of concept art. I think it's going to be built here at the Animation Courtyard, which, to be honest, is dead space in Hollywood Studios. You've got the Star Wars launch bay, which is like a meet and greet area at the back. You got like some Disney Junior things and stuff around there, but it's not like, it's got no big purpose, that area. So I think we're going to see it built there, possibly demolish some back of house areas behind where Star Wars Launch Bay was, and expand with the show building just there. And you look at the concept art, it's actually got a line of palm trees, and you can see that in Animation Courtyard. So a lot of people are thinking, oh, goodbye Muppets, is it going? Personally, I don't think it's going anywhere. The fact that Muppets had a bit of a refurbishment last year as well makes me think the initial plan was maybe designed to take over that area, and then they've scrapped that off, done the refurbishment to Muppets like they did, replacing the seats and a few other effects, and then they've gone ahead with the Animation Courtyard. It's purely my speculation, but that's where I think this is going to go. Or there's a chance it could go somewhere else in the park. I mean, there's been rumours of, is this a rock and roller coaster re-theme? Is it something else going somewhere else in the park? I don't think it'll be a rock and roller coaster re-theme, as much as that might have an update in the near future. I think this is going to be a new coaster in a new show building, and that's just my pure kind of thoughts on this one. But let me know your thoughts down below. Would you be sad if Muppets went? I mean, I would. It's a nice attraction. I think for me, it's more about the capacity. The park needs new additions. It needs expansion, not removing things to put things in, So I really want to see actual expansion happening to the park, especially with the crowds that Hollywood Studios gets. But there we go, they're the rumoured locations. Monstropolis, though, the area itself from the concept art, looks like there's going to be the meet and greets down there, some really nice buildings and facades, and the actual factory itself, which is going to be home to the attraction, Disney's first ever suspended roller coaster, which does look awesome. Now, let's just move more onto the coaster again now. I mentioned that it's more than likely going to be Vekoma, looking at the track design there. Well, they actually had a model at the D23 Expo, and you can see it just here. And when you look at that model, you can see the station area down there at the front, and then the larger show building down at the back. And you can basically see the proposed layout for this ride. It's not very clear, but one thing is quite prominent in that is the fact that the loading area looks like it's going to have a vertical lift mechanism, or at least you'll load up into your seat, move forwards, and then go up in a vertical lift, which would be like you're going onto the track with the doors like in the movie, which would be fantastic. It's clear that that's what they're looking at. Josh D'Amaro did say that there's going to be some kind of quirky elements to this, something a little bit different. So I really do feel like that's what we're going to see here. You're going to lift up, which would be really cool. Imagine seeing a full train lift up and then onto like the doors kind of network, inside the factory, Monstropolis. I think that would be amazing. And going back to this concept art again, you can see all the doors. Hopefully it's not all projection. Hopefully we've actually got some props and things as well, like doors opening and stuff. I think it'll be amazing. I'm really all for this coaster project. I do think it looks absolutely fantastic. But in terms of the rest of the layouts, hard to tell. It doesn't look like it's going to be a really long ride, but then the show building does look quite large too. So again, that could just be, not the actual layout in there, just a quick kind of to show what they want to do. But yeah, we'll see what happens with this one. You look at Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind at Epcot that opened a few years ago. The layout for that, when you just see it with the lights on or on a plan, doesn't look very exciting. But as we all know, it is a very exciting coaster when you're on it. So we can't really judge the layout too much yet until we see the full details of this or ride it. It's going to be very hidden inside this show building. But I'm excited for this one. Monstropolis, new themed area, and new Monsters Inc. roller coaster coming to Disney's Hollywood Studios, and construction will be breaking ground on this next year in 2025. So hopefully it'll only be a few years away until we can actually experience this. That's what we really want with Disney, to speed up the construction, get things open so we can enjoy these a lot sooner, and most importantly, add some more capacity to the parks at Walt Disney World that they really do need. Again, let me know your thoughts down below in the video comments. I always love knowing what you guys think. Where would you think it's going to go? Where would you like it to go? Do you think it's Vekoma that's manufacturing it? Could it be someone different? We know a few facts, but not many. So yeah, overall, I'm really chuffed with this. I think it looks amazing and can't wait to ride it and see what this will be like over at Walt Disney World. But join us for more theme park news updates coming up over the next week or so. And with any other future theme park news, we'll always keep you updated here on the channel. Thanks so much for watching. And that leaves me with one final thing to say. Get out there and keep on riding. See you in the next video.